What is up, Guardians? Rarely Brad here for part 4 of our Beginner's Guide to Destiny. Today, we will be doing the Dark Within. This is a very interesting mission because it's the first time we are going to be introduced to the Hive. Yay! They are a fun little bunch. They're fun, alright. So, this mission is going to have 3 new enemies that we will be facing. A Thrall, a Wizard, and an Acolyte. So,
there are reports that the fallen back at the
it's not really going to be too difficult. We should easily be able to get it done. But it's still a fun mission. We're also going to have Fallen in here at the beginning. But then it pretty much will be Hive for the rest of it. You should be around level 3, level 4 in here. And again, you're going to start over at the beginning of the Cosmodrome. This is where you're going to start out for most of the part. So we're going to head to the left over here. And we're just going to keep going straight. There's a couple of Shanks, a Drag, and even a Vandal over there, as well as an Engram dropping. We're just going to pick it up, and we're going to head to the Moth Yards. And the Moth Yards is an area in the Cosmodrome, and the Cosmodrome, of course, is this area on Earth. And we're going to head toward the Moth Yards. The Moth Yard is basically just an area full of, like, junkyard planes and all that stuff.
Thousands of humans boarding the
It was Golden Age technology and all that stuff, but gone. It's probably pre-Golden Age technology, actually. But yep, right there, we're going to head up to where that giant satellite is, and we'll be kicking some butt. You don't have to worry about any of the enemies around here. They're pretty self-explanatory. They're not going to actually try and chase you or anything like that. They're just there to make it feel like there's more enemies around, I guess. But don't worry about any of them. We will also be getting another golden chest. So it will be the second golden chest we've gotten. The first one was in the last mission we faced, and this one will be in the second one. Right after we beat the mission, there'll be the chance to get the second golden chest. So there's a little pathway you can take right here. Instead of going all the way around, you just need to jump right. And there we go. We're going to face a captain up here, which shouldn't be too difficult to face, as well as a couple vandals. One more shot. There we go.
We're in. This was one of Skywatch's
So we faced the Fallen, so now we're going to face the Hive. And the Hive are fun, and they're going to expand the story later on, once we get closer to the end game. But for right now, we're just this is going to be the first encounter. And here is one of the main things our ghost does for us. Open doors. Woo! We will be seeing a lot of that.
Fallen really didn't want anybody getting in or out.
Buddy's really good at opening doors, so you know. Woo.
What is this?
So right off the bat, once you get to this little open area right here, there's going to be tons of Hive. Don't worry about your radar until right now. And basically, there's going to be a bunch of Thrall. Thrall don't have any guns. They can't shoot you, but they will melee. They're not dangerous by themselves, but in a group, they can be extremely dangerous. Another enemy we're going to see down here once we kill all the Thrall is a little Acolyte right there. Acolytes have guns, and they have a little bit more armor than the Thrall. They don't actually chase you. They hide behind cover. They're actually like they're an enemy with a gun. But they're still not too hard to beat. And there we go, level 4. I was kind of freaked out there for a little bit. I was like, what the heck? And then, leveled up. We also got another step to our quest complete, getting up to level 4. As well as getting another node unlocked for our subclass. There we go. We got our super. We're not going to be able to see the super in this mission, but we will in the next couple missions coming up. But our super is basically what makes a subclass a subclass. It's a super very powerful ability that every single subclass has. We're also going to change some of our gear to make sure we're higher up leveled. Then we're going to head to the second floor. Or I guess the third floor, since we already went upstairs. There's going to be some more Thrall that run at you. Just kill them as they come. And then there's going to be some Acolytes, and then there's going to be a Wizard at the very end. And basically, if we kill the Wizard, that'll be the end of the mission. Staying right behind these stairs is what I chose to do. It's probably the smartest thing to do. Keeping your cover is the best thing you can do in Destiny and not trying to get out in the open. Just less things that can shoot at you. And then there's another engram that dropped. Sweet. I think he'll just kill all these thrall that run at you. I mean, getting them out of the distance is the best just because they're not going to be doing anything at you and you can spread them out instead of having them all clustered on you. And there's the witch. She has a couple abilities. The first one is that she can drop a smoke around the area or around you, and basically it will poison you and your jumping will be affected. So you need to get out of that poison if you're in it. The second thing is that she has a shield, of course, and it is solar. So anything that does solar damage, which we really don't have anything right now that can do that, but if we did, it would take down her shield a little bit faster. So we're just going to shoot at it like regular. And once we bring it down, then we're going to shoot her a little bit more. She also has, again, that's her, basically her gun is basically firing out from her two hands. And they get pretty deadly if you're staying in her line of sight. But we're just going to finish her off. That's going to kill them all off. And once you finish this, you want to hop up here, and then you want to hop over here, and here's going to be our second golden chest. Right here. Perfect. And we're going to get our first heavy, a rocket launcher. Woo! Nice. So that's pretty much the mission right there. It isn't too difficult. Just keep your spacing when you get to the hive instead of getting really close. That's usually where your downfall will be. But if you can just pick them off one by one from a distance, it'll be pretty good. So now that we've done that, we're going to go to a cutscene to the tower. And it will basically be the speaker who represents the traveler, and he's going to talk to us. So I'll just stay quiet for the cutscene when it comes. But it's a little bit difficult because we have a quest that we have to do at the tower, but we have to go past this cutscene, but the cutscene doesn't land us in the tower, which is really weird because we're heading straight there. So, I mean, it's kind of stupid. It's like, we're heading to the tower, just let us stay there after the cutscene, but nope, you gotta go outside for some weird reason. There's our 4 quests. We're gonna have a lot more quests when we actually do head to the tower. I think we're gonna have like 7, so I'll just be quiet for this little cutscene here. Woo, cutscene.
There was a time when we were much more powerful. But that was long ago.
Okay, I will talk in the cutscene.
Until it wakes and finds its voice, I am the one who speaks for the traveler. You must have no end of questions, Guardian. In its dying breath, the traveler created the ghosts to seek out those who can wield its light as a weapon. Guardians to protect us and do what the traveler itself no longer can.
What happened to it?
I could tell you of the great battle.
So he's going to go over some of the little things that have happened to it, but he's not going to go out. When he says the traveler was crippled, that was actually kind of our fault. But it was for a good reason. If the traveler wasn't crippled, it would leave us and we'd be all doomed and dead. But now we kind of have a fighting chance.
Lately, those tales have stopped. Now, the children are frightened.
The traveler, before it went to us, made a pit stop at another place it used to go to, and that's where the Fallen lived. And basically the traveler then came to our system, and finally now the Fallen have came and found us, and now they're coming for us. They haven't just found us when our Guardian was
You must
guess
push
you could
back
say
the
resurrected,
darkness.
but they've been there
Guardians are fighting on Earth
past the
and
Golden
beyond.
Age. Like,
Join them.
a little bit after
Your
the collapse,
ghosts will guide you.
I think.
I only hope he chose wisely.
But they basically want the Traveler, and that's their main goal.
I did. I'm sure of it. We're in this together now.
Right now, the darkness is still in our solar system, so it's still crippling the Traveler. And as well as it's not able to go anywhere, too, because of what we did to it. Kind of what we did. We really didn't do anything, but coming up to another part of the missions, when we do face it, I'll talk about it. But for right now, all you need to know is that it's not going anywhere, and we're fine. So once we get out of this cutscene, we're going to head back to the tower to actually do what we were supposed to do. We also got the moon unlocked. Basically, the speaker made it so we can travel to the moon, or basically there's something happening at the moon, we need to be there. So he unlocked that, but we're not going to go to the moon quite yet. In fact, it's going to be a little bit before we do get into the moon, because we have a strike that we got to do on Earth, but we still have a good amount of missions to do there too. For the first couple of parts here, it's going to be complete a mission, head to the tower. Complete a mission, head to the tower. Not all the time, but for most of it, it's going to be that. And you should go to the tower too. You shouldn't just keep going to each mission, because there's a lot of quests that you want to grab, and once you grab them, then you can complete them with the missions, and they also give you a good amount of experience. We're actually going to get level 5 once we turn in a couple of these quests, which is kind of cool. And level 5 will unlock our melee. Yay! We'll also get another ship too, instead of this just old junker, but for right now it's perfectly fine. So now that we're at the tower, I'm going to check out the postmaster, see what he has, and he has a special order for us, but we're not going to touch it. This is something different. We're not going to worry about it. It's not even for that character. We're just going to go about to the quest. And here's Zavala and Ariana have 2 things for us.
Okay.
So now we got a level 4 bond, which is nice, and another quest, Path of the Voidwalker, which basically is like get 50 kills through Voidwalker ability, so that means your grenade, your melee, or your super. And then Zavala over here is gonna have us do the patrols, which I'm thinking I'll make an episode for, going over the patrols. I'll do it maybe after the strikes or before the strikes. Either before or after the Earth strike, which we'll get to. The strikes are basically main missions that you do, and you can be matchmake with like 2 other people sometimes. I mean, kind of early on you won't be, but we should be okay. And then Shax has a quest for us. It's a Crucible quest. It's actually really easy. Basically, this quest, unlocking all the steps in it, will give you some pretty nice rewards and some pretty nice things you can do. So if you really like PvP, you can start that too. We may do a couple of control matches just to show what it's all about, but for right now we're just going to be focused on the story. And then of course I forgot to mention this guy when we went to our tower visit. This is the bounty guy. You can get bounties, and basically he's going to have a quest here. We just have to complete 1 bounty, so we're going to pick up just like 1 easy one that we can do probably in the next mission. But yeah, he has bounties that you can do. He has ones for PvP and PvE. The PvE ones are the blue ones, and then the PvP are the red ones. They're just nice. They give you a good amount of experience if you complete them, so definitely pick those up if you want to level up even faster. And then over here is a special area. This doesn't open all the time, and it didn't open just because of this mission. It opened because this event was happening this week, and it's Iron Banner, and it looks really beautiful. And this is Lord Saladin. He is Shax's brother. I think younger brother, but I don't know for sure. And this is Iron Banner. We're not going to worry about Iron Banner because we can't do Iron Banner. You have to be like all the way at the tip-top level before you can do Iron Banner. Not like top of the top, best of the best, but you more have to be in-game before you can even try to be good at that. But yeah, that's about it. That's going to wrap it up. This has been Rare Loot Brad, out.